Test, test. It benefits health system. We know that we have people who need it, which is why maintaining the health of preventative care is so important. The experts at benefits are here to help. Our primary care services are dedicated to your health needs, so that you can live the life you want with the ones you love. Because you're not just our patients, you're our neighbors. That's the vision of our benefits care. Learn more at benefits.org.
Oh my God.
Oxenson Towing, and Rocky Mountain Portables. Now, let's go live courtside for more live play-by-play coverage of the University of Providence.
Good evening, basketball fans, both from Great Falls and from Butte. We've got the big game tonight with Montana Tech and the University of Providence Argos. We're at the McLaughlin Center in Great Falls. Glenn Lambert with the call, and we're looking forward to this basketball game. We've tuned in just in time for the national anthem, however, so right off the bat, we're going to have to take about a 3-minute break, and we'll listen to the national anthem, and we will be back after a word from our sponsors. This is KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte.
History and a neat break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together in one comfortable, low-key experience. Sit back and enjoy a nice cold drink. Fruit stick or a juicy burger, just few local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson. Everyone is treated like a local.
Yay! It's coming! My favorite time of year! Seriously though, I am more prepared this year than ever. I went to Anderson Glass Doors and Windows. They set me up with these energy-efficient windows and this beautiful entry door, so no matter how bad it gets outside, I know my home will be warm and comfortable. So I say winter, ha-ha! Give me your best shot.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, one call does it all. 453-5755. That's 453-5755. Anderson Glass Doors and Windows, 624 3rd Street South.
Great Falls College, MSU, where it all begins. 3.5 million. That's the number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide by 2021. Great Falls College MSU is the place that can train you for one of the most important jobs in the IT industry, protecting against cyber threats. GFC MSU is flexible and affordable, and with 1- and 2-year degrees, it's where you'll finish faster so you can get out of college and into the workforce. Find out where it all begins. Visit gfcmsu.edu.
Do you have a Class A or Class B CDL license? Like to help people and are looking for a rewarding job with a growing team? Then look no further than the strength and reliability of an Ox. Oxen Sun Towing and Recovery is looking for the right CDL towing or transport driver to join their team. Knowledge of the industry is a plus, but is not needed. CDL is a must. They are willing to train the right applicant. Call Ox with Oxen Sun Towing at 406-868-4142 for more information.
Welcome to the biggest thing in tacos since tacos. Introducing the from Taco John's. That's right, we said it. Perfecto. Spanish for perfect. We deserve it.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you're listening in. KINX 102.7 here in Great Falls, KBOW 550 in Butte. We want to welcome all our listeners from there. We've got a nice crowd from Butte on hand, nice crowd for the Argos as well. And we've got a nice day. The I-15 was clear all the way here from everybody I talked from Butte. So it's a good day for basketball. We've got 2 excellent basketball games coming at you tonight. We're going to start off with the women. And Montana Tech and University of Providence find themselves at the bottom of the conference. The UP is 3-5 in conference. Montana Tech 1-7. But these are 2 excellent basketball teams. In any other league in the nation, they'd probably be in first and second place. But what a load this women's Frontier Conference is. My goodness. Carroll College leading at 6-2. Lewis and Clark is at 5-3 along with Western. Northern sitting at 4-4 with Rocky Mountain. UP 3-5. And, of course, Tech at 1-7. If I was to win this conference and had to play Tech that first game of the tournament, I don't think I'd be very happy because they are a tough ball squad. And they're going to have a good team on the floor tonight. Let's go ahead and get your starters as they're coming out here tonight. Number 22 is going to be Danny Yerrick. She's a sophomore out of Belt, Montana. Also, number 24 is going to be Tavia Rooney, and she is She's a 5'11 freshman out of Townsend, Montana. Number 32, Mesa Williams. She's a 5'10 forward out of White Sulphur Springs. Number 40 is going to be Jay Lizard. She's a 6-foot senior, and she's from Forsyth, Montana. Last starter, Nia Falatol, I guess is how they say that. She's a sophomore, 6'1", out of West Valley City, Utah. So Coach Carly Sannon has got a good team that she's going to put out there on the floor. And for the Coach Bill Himmelberg, he's going to counter. He's going to start Emily Maldonado. She's a 5'5" guard out of Sunnyside, Washington. Also out there is going to be Jenna Randish. Jenna is a 5'7" senior out of Olympia, Washington. Other starters are going to be Parker Esri. She's out of Washington as well. She's at the post. And we have a jump ball here, so I'll get the rest of these starters as we go. The tap is controlled by the Argos. Right into the hands of Emily Maldonado. She's going to go in and work on the right-hand side of the court. They're going to bring the ball around the perimeter. Looks like the Tech's going to start out in the man-to-man defense, try to get the pass to Jenna Randish. Partially tipped by the Diggers, but Jenna gets it. She takes it into the paint. Shots up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes off to Tech. Right in the hands of Danny Urick. Danny wants to work on the right-hand side. Tech wearing their black jerseys with the red trim, red numbers, and the Argos countering. Of course, they got their home whites on with the dark green and light green trim. Moving the ball around the perimeter are the Tech Diggers. They try to get the ball inside the paint. A little man-to-man defense being played also by the Argos. The shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes off on the far side. Diggers control. Ball's out front, that's Zard. Zard works on the right-hand side into the hands of Williams. Williams looking for something inside. Nothing there. She has to skip pass across the floor. That's going to be driving in. There's going to be Rooney. Ball, she goes for a shot. Gets knocked to the floor. There's a foul call. She's going to go to the free throw for attempt to get the first ball points of the ball game. She goes to the free throw line. She's going to get to shoot two. Tavia Rooney, first shot's up, first shot's in. They're going to call that foul on number 32. That's Bailey Cartwright. That's her first of the ball of the game, of course. And the second free throw good as well. A little full court pressure now by Tech. Bringing the ball in is going to be Kennedy Cartwright. Wants to work the right-hand side. Instead goes back to the center of the floor to Maldonado as the press fades. Now they're into the, looks like they're going to still stay in that man-to-man defense. Emily Maldonado at the front court, being guarded closely there by Urick. Working on the right-hand side, got a three-point shot up over there. It's off the back of the glass, no good. Putting that shot up is going to be Bailey Cartwright. We have two Cartwrights on this team. They're sisters out of Washington. Ball comes out to Maldonado as they're going to reset the offense. 13 seconds on the clock. Kind of a wild pass to the sideline. They're able to corral it back to Maldonado to Kennedy Cartwright. Inside, they got the ball in there to Parker Esri. She's got a nice shot up and in. Nice little look shot. As Parker Esri gets the first baskets of the game for the Argos. We're 2-2, 8:14 to play. Danny Urick with the ball at the head of the key. Man-to-man defense being played against her. She gets the ball to the free throw line. That's going to be Williams. Williams drops it inside, shot up and in. That's a good job moving it inside. That's Kaylee Zard. She gets the first basket of the floor, 4-2. Lead by Tech, and it is 7:56 to play here in the first quarter. Kennedy Cartwright trying to break that press. They finally do get it into the hands of Emily Maldonado. She wants to take it on the right-hand side. She takes it to the baseline. Nobody picks her up. Her shot's up off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound to Danny Urick. They got the numbers, and they're on a fast break. They want to run. Oh, they're going to travel with it. No, they're going to call a held ball. Emily Maldonado got back, got her hands on the ball. Jump ball controlled by Tech under their own basket. Danny Urick will throw it in from there. Tech's going to line up in the box. Around the free throw line. Trying to break somebody into the middle. Can't get that done. They're going to have to go deep out here. And they drop it into Zard. Clear out here by the free throw line. Or by the three-point line to the right-hand corner. Back out to Zard. She's at the head of the key. Wants to work the left-hand side. Ball shot in the corner there. That shot's up. Good shot. Up and good. And that's going to be Rooney. She's got her first basket of the ball game. And that's a three-pointer they're giving her. So that's 7-2 now. Lead by Tech. Still that full court press. Here comes Maldonado. She gets the ball in the front court to Kennedy Cartwright. Skip pass to Randish. Down into Bailey Cartwright. She's on the baseline. Oh, beautiful pass on the baseline inside into Parker Esri. Her shot's up. Her shot's good. And she's going to go to the free throw line. Parker Esri. She's hard to stop when she gets that ball inside. She's got 4 points in the ball game. Although they haven't put it up on the scoreboard as of yet. There they got it, and it looks like they gave the Diggers, they only gave them 2 points on that last shot. They'll get that scoring correct. 7:09 to play. Parker is there at the line. She's got all 4 points. For the Argos, her free throw's on the way. It's up and good. Parker Esri, 6-5 now. Diggers with the lead, 7:05 to play, and they got the ball. Danny Yerkes in the front court. She wants to work it over here on the right-hand side. That's going to be Peoples. Peoples, she's going to put up a three-point shot. It's good. Molly Peoples, got to get out on her. She's a three-point shooter. 9-5 now. Check with the lead for Jenna Randish. Back to Emily Maldonado as they break the press. Danny Yerkes back on her. She dribbles it to the left-hand corner. Looking inside, trying to get it to Parker. Instead, it goes to Kennedy Carter. That's Bailey Cartwright. She's going to travel with it. Turnover to the Tech for Diggers. 6:43 to play. 9-5 Diggers. They'll inbounds in front of their own bench. And they do to Danny Yerkes. She's going to run the point. Emily Maldonado waiting for her on the defense on the other end of the floor. Now they're in the front court. Danny wants to work the right-hand side. Gets the hand of the Peoples. Peoples tries to get it to Zard. Ball's knocked away by Parker Esri into the hands of Jenna Randish. And now here come the Argos. They want to work the right-hand side. Kennedy Cartwright. Nobody picks her up. She's got a layup up and good. Kennedy Cartwright breaks into the scoring column for the Argos. Here comes the Diggers. Danny Yerkes, now right-hand side to Rooney. Rooney wants to work it down in the corner. Instead, dribbling back into the head of the key is going to be Williams. She goes into the paint. She travels with it. And our first substitution of the ball game coming on the floor is going to be Nia Falatoy. And can't see the number going to the bench is going to be Zard. Still full court pressure. Inbounds, they get it. The Argos do. And it's going to be Kennedy Cartwright. They break it up the floor. Parker Esri, she's going to hold the ball over her head as the defense gets back. Jenna Randish now at the point, drops it off to Maldonado. Argos set up their offense. She's calling number one. That's working on the left-hand side. Kennedy Cartwright, ball, good defense being played there by Tavia Rooney. She knocks that ball out of bounds. Haley Crawford comes on the floor for Tech. As Danny Yerkes goes to the bench. Maldonado's got the ball, 13 on the shot clock. Kennedy Cartwright, three-point line. Parker Esri comes out to set a pick. She waves it off. Maldonado deep in the corner. There's Jenna Randish. She's her three-point specialist. Up and in. You want to find where she's at. She's got the first three-pointer of the ball game for the Argos. 10-9. Argos with her first lead of the ball game. Here comes Peoples. She's at the free throw line. Drops the ball off in the hands of Williams. Now to the right-hand side. Does he get it back inside? That's going to be Falatoy. She gets a shot off in the free throw line. No good. Rebound comes off. Parker Esri hands it right over to Maldonado. She's on the run, but the Tech defense is back. Or Diggers. Well, now they get it inside. Bailey Cartwright. Shot on the right-hand side. Layup's no good. Rebound coming off into the hands of Rooney for Tech. Quickly down the floor. Three-point shot up on the right-hand side. That's by Williams. It's no good. Argos with the rebound, and they want to run. Maldonado, right-hand side, front court. Defense picks her up. Randy, she's in the corner. They're all over her now. Back to Maldonado. She's going to set the offense. She's at the head of the key. Bailey Cartwright trying to set a pick for her. Now Bailey's got the ball head of the key. Left side, her sister Kennedy. Kennedy's going to take it to the free throw line. She's in the paint. Takes it inside, left-hand layup. It's up and good. Nice move by Kennedy Cartwright. She's got 4 in the ball game. Argos up 12-9 at the 4:41 mark here in the first quarter. Tech with the ball. They want to work on the right-hand side. That's going to be Williams. She's looking inside. Dribbles to the free throw line. Drops it off into the hands of Rooney. Rooney now working on the left-hand side. That's in the hands of Peoples. Back into Rooney. We're going to have a foul inside. I think they're going to call Parker Esri for doing a little shoving inside. Parker, that's going to be her first foul of the ball game. And we are going to have a timeout called. It was a common foul. They're going to get the ball out underneath the basket. Players are all going to the bench to sit down, so we're going to take a full minute timeout. Glenn Lambert with the call. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550, Butte.
At Benefis Health System, we know that the foundation of a strong community is the health of its women and children. It's why we offer advanced care through services such as women's wellness, birth care, NICU, and pediatrics. At Benefis, we are here to offer reassuring support every step of the way and for every generation. We care for this community because we are part of it, just like you. The tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top-brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier, turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9531.
Welcome to the biggest thing in tacos since tacos. Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, we said it. Perfecto. Spanish for perfect. We We designed it with an extra long shell to give you the best bite every bite. Choose between seasoned beef, grilled chicken, or upgrade to hand-carved sirloin steak. Sure, it was hard to perfect, but it's easy to eat. The Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. Bigger, better.
Caesar Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the cash out casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just get a gamble. Go for the experience. Believe more for your gaming experience.
Event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at the club. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 public locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's are your proud supporters of the sporting events and want to welcome you to the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls, with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
At Benefice Health System, our purpose is your health. Because when you're healthy, you don't have to miss out on moments that matter. The moments that renew your spirit and warm your heart. At Benefice, we're the team that cares about you. Why we care for you. Because we aren't just making specialists. We're your doctor. We can make it about doing what you want.
We're back and underway. We took too long a break there. In the meantime, we had a shot put up down here by the Tech 32. That was Mesa Williams. She got another basket. Then we come to the other end. Emily Maldonado with a 3-point shot, giving the Argos an 18-11 lead at the 2:57 mark. Sorry about being gone too long. Game moves on. Maldonado with her first basket of the ball game. Tech throws the ball out of bounds, and Argos will control. They got the ball and go the length of the floor. Still the full court pressure put on by Tech. Maldonado with the ball now at the head of the key. Pressure's fading away from her. She's good ball handlers. Whips the ball down to Kennedy Cartwright. They got a 2-on-1. The Cartwright sisters. Bailey got the ball underneath the basket. She ends up losing it. Good defense by Tech. Getting back on defense. On the offense they come. Crawford into the front court. Works on the right-hand side to Peoples. They drop it inside. Nice move in there by Zard. She's got a shot up. It's no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line. Kaylee Zard, she's got 2 in the ball game. Now she's going to get a chance to shoot 2 more. Cut into that 7-point lead enjoyed by the Argos. And we got substitutions coming on the floor. Pemberton goes to the bench. Randish back on for the Argos. And Parker Esri also goes to the bench. And Reed Hazard comes on for her. First free throw is up. It's no good. She'll get a second. 2:38 to play, second quarter. Kaylee, second free throw on the way. It's good. 18-12 now. 6-point Argo lead. They've got the ball inside to Kennedy Cartwright, to Reed Hazard, to Jenna Randish as they break the press slowly. They want to work the right-hand side, and they do. Reed Hazard has it in the front court. 21 seconds on the clock, and now Emily Maldonado's got her hands at the point. She wants to work on the right-hand side. Defense comes out on her. That's Danny Yerk playing her tight. Left-hand side to Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy's looking inside, nothing there. She has to take it to Maldonado. We got a whistle-off ball. And the referee's going to call some shoving inside on Tech, and it looks like the Argos will inbounds under their own basket. Back on the floor comes Mesa Williams, and here comes Parker Esri as well. And they're going to call that shoving foul in there on Nia Falatoy. That'll be her first foul of the ball game. 2 team fouls on the Diggers, 4 on the Argos. Reed Hazard inbounds underneath the own basket for the Argos. And she does to Parker. Parker Esri drops it to Emily Maldonado. Maldonado being guarded closely by Danny Yerk. Danny's not going to let her shoot that 3. They get the ball inside. Nice spin move. Left-hand shot up, no good. Too strong. Parker Esri gets it on the far side. Up and in. Nice job by Parker getting her hands on that long rebound coming off on the far side. She's got 7 of the ball games. Biggest lead of the ball game. 8 points now for the Argos. And coming down the other end, that's Mesa Williams. She's got 6 in the ball game. 20-14. Minute 47 to play in the first quarter. Full court pressure by the Diggers. Breaking it. Reed Hazard's in the front court. They're going to try to trap her there. A little too tight, and Zard's going to pick up a foul. Kaylee Zard doing a little reaching in the corner over there. And they're going to call it her second foul already. She'll probably go to the bench, would be my guess. Maybe not. Instead, going to the bench is going to be Falatoy. Sure the coach realizes she can play with 2 fouls. They leave her out there. Maldonado with the ball. Left-hand dribble, wants to work the left-hand side. There's Parker Esri at the free throw line. Turns around, spin, Randish. She's got a three-pointer in the way short. Bailey Cartwright goes over the top of the back. They don't call that, but it goes out of bounds off the Argos, and it will come in bounds to the Argos underneath their own basket. Reed has her to do that. She's going to look in the side, something there. There's nothing there. They're going to have to take it out long, and they do. Long pass out to Maldonado at the head of the key. There's still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Danny Urick all over on defense. Nice pick set for by Parker. Give and go. Parker's inside. She's got a layup up and in. She's fouled in the act of shooting. Nice little give and go that time by the Argos. As Parker Esri goes to the free throw line, Parker's got 9 points already, a chance to make it 10. There's a minute 21 to play here in the first quarter. Argos up by 8. Parker eyes the basket. She's good free throw shooter. It's up, it's good. Diggers now with the ball. Danny Urick going to bring it into the front court. No pressure by the Argos. Emily Maldonado's waiting for her at the head of the key. They're going to set up their offense. 2 posts come to the high post. They get it off in the hands of Williams. Williams puts up a shot from the head of the key. It's no good. Rebound comes off into the hands of the Argo. That's Reed Hazard. She's on the run. Defense gets back real well for Tech. Left-hand side, Randy. She looks at that three-point shot. Instead, she gets it inside. Bailey Cartwright gets inside. She gets kind of pushed underneath the basket. Nice job by the defense. Oh, but it goes off to Parker Esri. She grabbed the rebound. She made it, but she traveled. 53.3 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Once again, the Argos showing no pressure on the ball. Danny Urick getting instructions from the coach as she comes across the half-court line. Man-to-man defense still being played by the Argos as they get the ball ahead of the key to Peoples. Peoples, right-hand side. That's Zard. Parker Esri's on her as she tries to back her inside. Doesn't work. Instead, the ball gets knocked around, comes out in the hands of Peoples. They're down the... They got a fresh shot clock on it, so instead they put up a big three-point shot. No good. That shot was put up by Rooney, and they get the long rebound, and it comes out to Peoples. And they may play for the last shot of the quarter here. I'm not sure. There's 14 on the shot clock, 19 on the game clock. Working Danny Urick, left-hand side, layups up, and it goes off the rim, no good. Comes off the rebound to Bailey Cartwright, hands it off to Maldonado. She's got 10 seconds as she comes across the half-court line. She wants to work on the right-hand side. They don't have any spacing. She's going to have to drop it to Randish. Randish is looking at a three-pointer. Now she takes the free throw line, spins, shots up off the rim, no good. And we are at the end of the first quarter. So we'll go ahead and take a break for a minute. We'll be back. This is Glenn Lambert with the call. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte.
It's not about running a rat race. It's about doing things my way. That's why Stanford Sweets works for me. They've got free happy hours, free hot breakfast, and huge sweets with kitchens. A free at a gym. This is huge, people. Stanford Sweets, hugely different. Visit StanfordSweets.com and book your next meal to suit your needs. Think about it. Caesar Saturdays. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino. 1308 10th Avenue South.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center. We're getting ready to start the second quarter here at the University of Providence campus right here in Great Falls, Montana. Montana Tech Ore Diggers are in town. They made the trip up by 15 to Butte. They play here tonight. They're up to Northern tomorrow. So this kind of a drop-off on their way. Tough road trip anywhere you go in the Frontier Conference. There's good basketball teams all over the place. If you can get any wins on the road, it is a plus. The last time these two teams played, it was in Tech, and the Argos escaped with a 74-71 victory. I would expect the game today to be just as close. Start the second quarter, Argos have the ball. Emily Maldonado, she's in the front court. There's Urick. She's at the point playing defense. Maldonado trying to set it up to get it to Parker Esri at the free throw line. Man-to-man defense now being played by Tech. Parker drops it to Randish. Randish is at the head of the key, wants to work that right-hand side. They don't get out on her. Her shot's on the way. Off the rim, no good. Parker Esri with a good, strong rebound. There's Randish. She's got a three-pointer. She's wide open. It's good. Nice job that time by Parker Esri to get the basketball, look and find that wide open three-point shooter. Danny Yurk now on the front court. She wants to work left-hand side. They got a three-pointer on the way too. That's off the rim, no good. That was Peoples. We got some shoving on the rebound. Referee's got a call. He's pointing in the direction of the Argos. That call's going to go against Montana Tech. That's going to be the second foul on Nia Falatoy. One team foul. They all start over at the start of the quarters. Of course, you get 5 team fouls before you shoot. 9:19 to play here, second quarter. Emily Maldonado walks it into the front court. Danny picks her up there. Being picked set further, trying to get her. She's a three-point shooter too. There's Randish. Takes a three, brings the defense out on her. Puts it on the dribble, works the right-hand side. Bailey Cartwright, spin move at the free throw line. Back into Randish. She's at the three-point line. Instead, they give it to Maldonado in the corner inside to Parker Esri. She's going to be tough to stop in there. Instead, she spins. Randish wide open again. This time, the three-point shot's no good. Rebound comes off in the hand of Falatoy. To Yurk, and into the front court come the Diggers. Right-hand side. That's People. She wants to take it to the free throw line and does. That's going to be Rooney. Rooney wants to work over on that side of the floor. Back to Rooney now at the head of the key as she works that corner. Danny Yurk, she's got the three-point line. Being guarded close, she steps in a two-point shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Bailey Cartwright. And here come the Argos. They want to run. Right into the front court with Maldonado. She's on the right-hand side. Yurk picks her up there. There's Bailey Cartwright at the head of the key. The defense comes out. She drops it off in the hands of Parker Esri. Parker can't control it. Ball goes turned over to the Diggers and back in the hands of Danny Yurk as Tech goes back on offense. They want to work on the right-hand side, and they do. Peoples is over there, being guarded closely by Kennedy Cartwright. Back to Yurk. Yurk to Williams. To Peoples as they take it around the perimeter. Now they try to take it inside. Peoples has to pick up her dribble. Wide open layup. Nice pass that time into Tavia Rooney as she gets her first basket of the second quarter. 6 in the ball game for her. And here comes Jenna Randish. Nobody's picked her up. She's got a two-point shot on the way. They beat the press that time. Nobody was back on Randish. She's scoring, and the Diggers want to take a timeout and talk about some things. So why don't we take a timeout with them? Looks like they're going to call a 1-minute timeout as the players are taking the bench. So why don't we take 1 minute with them? KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte.
Anderson Glass Doors and Windows offers something that their competition has very little. Choices. Like vinyl windows, for example. One vinyl is horrendously expensive. It is not the only choice available. Anderson Glass also carries metal clad wood and fiberglass framed windows that also have a maintenance-free exterior. And talk about choices. There's quality names like Marvin, Kelvin, and Sierra Pacific. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. One call does it all. Anderson Glass Doors and Windows. 453-5755.
At Benefice Sweat and Cancer Institute, our focus is your fight. We want your fighting to get back to you. And we're here to fight alongside you every step of the way, from screening through survivorship. At Benefice, we're proud to stay on the cutting edge of care, so our neighbors, family, and friends can get world-class cancer treatments close to home. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at Benefice.org.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center. Glenn Lambert with the call. 7:45 to play, second quarter. Argos up 28-16. And the ball is going to be controlled by Tech as they head to bring down the length of the floor. Argos no press. They're pointing at who's covering who, so I'm assuming they're in a man-to-man. Bringing the ball up is going to be Haley Crawford for the Ordigger. She's in the front court. Being guarded by Reed Hazard there. Drops the ball off into the hands of Zard. Zard looks over on the left-hand side, back in the hands of Crawford. Trying to find something inside Yurk as they bring the ball around the corner. Now they got Crawford in the corner. They got her pin there. She managed to get it out of there. Yurk, beautiful spin pass, shot up. No good. That was Williams with the shot. Nice job by Danny Yurk to find her, but the shot's no good. Jenna Randish now there on the floor. Defense out on her. They've seen enough of her. I'm sure that was a little part of the conversation Coach was talking about over there on the bench. Argos now looking like they're struggling a little bit, which way they're going to do with the offense. Now they get to Reed Hazard, and Reed takes it out the head of the key, drop in the corner to Randish inside to Parker Esri. Beautiful outside pass, looking out there. Shot goes up over there. It's no good. That was Young Cartwright, and it goes over in the hands of Reed Hazard, and she steals the ball back, and she's got her first basket of the ball game. Reed Hazard, 30-16 now. Argos with a 14-point lead. The whistle on the ref, by the ref, and they're going to call somebody on the Argos for holding, and that's going to go against Randish. Jenna gets her first foul of the ball game. 6:44 to play, second quarter. Tech will inbounds opposite the benches. Crawford to throw it in, and she gets it in the hands of Williams. Williams wants to work the left-hand side. Now she's got the ball ahead of the key. Shot up at the free throw line, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off in the hands of Kennedy Cartwright. She gets it over to Reed Hazard, and the Argos are on the run. Into the front court, Tech back on defense. Head of the key, Parker Esri, left-hand side now. That's going to be Kennedy Cartwright. She's at the free throw line, doesn't take the shot. She threw it to the person in the fourth row over there. They were wide open if they'd have caught it, but they didn't. Instead, Tech will get the ball down 30-16 with 6:22 to play. Pemberton on the floor, Esri to the bench, Randish to the bench. Maldonado back on the floor, also coming on for the Argos is going to be Brooklyn Harn. Brooklyn is a 5'8" freshman out of Olympia, Washington. Crawford now right-hand side to Peoples. Peoples looking inside, nothing there. They're going to bring the ball around the perimeter. There's Crawford. Free throw line extended left-hand side. Drops it inside. Now they got it where they want it. Back and inside is Nia. Shots up. Right-hand hook shot. Up and in. 2 points for Nia Falatoy. She cuts that lead to 30-18. 5:58 to play second quarter. There's Harn. She's got a 3-point shot on the way. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to the Diggers. Nia gets it here. She's on the run. She wants to work the left-hand side. Now she swings a pass on this side to Peoples. Over her head. Out of bounds, and the Argos will control. Trying to run the Diggers. A little out of control with the pass. Still going to try to press them full court. Emily Maldonado will bring the ball up against the press. Coach Himmelberg barking out some instructions to her. She wants to work over on that right-hand side and does all the way down. There's Pemberton. She's a 3-point threat as well. Defense gets on her. Maldonado, head of the key. Going to take a couple dribbles there as they set up their zone. No, it's man-to-man defense being played by Tech now. Long shot by Pemberton. It's good. Oh, my. She was way out there. She's out of belt as well. We got 2 belt girls out there, Kirsten Pemberton and Danny Urick. Won a few state championships for belt, those 2 girls did. Now they're playing their college ball. Right-hand side. Here come the Tech Diggers to Urick. Urick wants to dribble to the baseline. Nothing there. Drops the ball. Now they get it inside where they want it. Nia, she's got her shot up in there, and Falatoy's got another basket. Dropped it inside. Beautiful pass inside. 5 minutes to play. Second quarter. 33-20. Lead by the Argos. Full court pressure. Maldonado bringing it up. Oh, she tries to throw it in the middle of the key. Stolen in there by Crawford. They got numbers as they take it down. The shot's up. And it rolls out of there no good. Playing good defense on getting that rebound is going to be Tavia Rooney. Her shot's up. Her shot's in. And she's going to go to the free throw line. 8 points in the ball game for Tavia right now. Cuts that lead to 33-22. She's got a chance for one more. Parker Esri back on the floor. Also coming on is going to be Mesa Williams for Tech. But before all that happens, we have a timeout called. Players are running to the bench. They're all standing up, so it looks like it's only going to be a 30-second timeout. So why don't we take 30 seconds with them? KINX 102.7, KBOW, 550 Butte. We're back. 4:46 to play in the second quarter. Argos up by 11, 33-22 at the free throw line is going to be Tavia Rooney. She just made a basket. She gets a chance to make a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Free throws on the way. It rattles in good. 10-point lead now by the Argos. Full court pressure. Maldonado gets it to Bailey Cartwright. Bailey's going to bring it to the half-court line. Drop it back off to Maldonado when they're in the front court. Maldonado wants to work the right-hand side. Pemberton back to Maldonado. Trying to get to Bailey Cartwright at the head of the key, and they do. She's at the free throw line. Ooh, Pemberton's wide open, but underneath the basket wide open is going to be Parker Esri. She had her choice who to get it to that time. They had 2 people open. She chose Esri. Esri's got her first basket of the second quarter, and the Diggers throw it out of bounds over at the Argo Beck. And here comes the Argos. Argos are bringing the ball up the floor. Maldonado breaks the press as she gets into the front court. Right-hand side to Hazard. Hazard back to Maldonado. Maldonado on the dribble at the head of the key. She wants to work on the left-hand side. Now to Pemberton. Pemberton working on the free throw line. Gets the ball to Reed Hazard. Hazard left-hand side Maldonado. Trying to get the ball into Bailey Cartwright, and they do. Cartwright now faces the basket. Now she's going to do a back-end move. Defense pops out on her. Shot by Reed Hazard is a three-pointer from the corner. No good. Rebound comes out to Falatoy. On the run are the Diggers. They bring it into the front court. That's Crawford. Crawford wants to work on the right-hand side. They're going to hold there. They're going to call a foul on Pipperton as Peoples goes to the basket. They're going to it's just a common foul, so that it's not going to be free throws. As the Diggers do some substituting. Coming back on the floor is going to be Zard and let's see who else came on out there. It's going to be Rooney. As Pemberton goes to the bench. Coming on is going to be Kennedy Cartwright for her. And now Reed Hazard goes to the bench, and Randish is back on the floor. Starting five back on for the Argos. Taking the ball out underneath their own basket is going to be the Diggers. They have to throw it deep in the hands of Rooney. Rooney now left-hand side to Zard. She takes it into the paint. Defense is on her. That's Peoples. Shots up, no good. Bailey Cartwright with the rebound. Off to Maldonado, and the Argos are on the run. Right-hand side, Kennedy Cartwright down in the corner. The defense picks her up there. Looking inside, trying to get it to Parker Esri instead. They have to take back out to Maldonado. Maldonado sets up the offense. Right side, Kennedy Cartwright trying to get it into the post. Defense is all over it. Randy, she's at the three-point line. They're on her. Maldonado's got it now, so they're on her. Now they get it over to Randy. She got 6 seconds to do something with it. She puts it on the ground, takes it inside. Long pass outside to Maldonado. She doesn't even know what the clock is. 0 goes the clock. Buzz goes the horn. And it's going to be a turnover to the Diggers. Good defense that time by Tech. They're down 35-23, 2:58 to play here in the second quarter. They'll take the ball out in front of the bench in the hands of Danny Urich as she dribbles it into the front court. She's at the head of the key. Maldonado picks her up there. She tries to take it into the paint. Defense is ready. She has to kick it back out into the hands of Williams. Williams now to Peoples as they bring it around the perimeter. Back to Williams. She takes it baseline. Kind of gets stuck down there. Nothing she can do with it. Throws it out of bounds. Turnover. Back to the Argos. 2:41 to play. Second quarter. Full court pressure again by Tech. Kennedy Cartwright brings it inbounds to Bailey Cartwright. Now to Randish coming up the sideline. Danny Urich comes over, gets a little bit too much body on her, knocks her down. Going to be a foul on Danny Urich. That's just Danny's first foul of the ball game. It is the second team foul for the Diggers this quarter, 3 on the Argos. Kennedy Cartwright will take it in for the Argos, opposite the benches. Peoples is out, playing her tight on the end. They're going to get the ball into Emily Maldonado and set up that offense. Coach Himmelberg barking out some instructions. Going to the right-hand side, doing a little bit of weave out here at the front of the court. Now it's Kennedy Cartwright to Bailey Cartwright. Bailey's being guarded real close out there by Rooney. Rooney knows she can shoot it. Bailey now dribbling a couple times to Emily Maldonado. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Argos can't seem to get a good shot off. They lost it to the shot clock last time. They're about to do it again. Kennedy Cartwright. She gets into the paint. Ball goes up, hits the rim. She gets her own rebound up and in. Nice job that time by Kennedy Cartwright. She's got 6 in the ball game. 37-23 at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Argos with the lead. Danny Urich with the ball. They set a pick for her at the free throw line. Goes left-hand side. Drops it back off to Zard. Zard with one dribble back to Urich. Urich's at the three-point line left-hand side. Maldonado's all over. She breaks inside. Beautiful play. Danny Urich, nice right-hand layup. She hits her first basket of the ball game, cutting that lead to 37-25. Minute 42 to play. Maldonado with the ball in the front court. She wants to work the right-hand side. Defense is out on her. Going to try to pin her down there. She drops it off to Parker Esri. Parker's in the paint. They get on her. They all forgot about Jenna Randish standing out in the corner. She's got another three-pointer. 40-25, 15-point. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Argos. Danny Urich calls out play number 1. Tex doing some picking underneath. Danny's dribbling the ball at the head of the key. Maldonado playing good defense on her. Now she dribbles to the left-hand side. Gives up her dribble in the corner. That's Peoples with a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound comes off into the hands of Bailey Cartwright to Maldonado, and she travels with it. Bailey Cartwright traveled with it, I should say. For no reason whatever. There was nobody actually back that time on defense, and she just took an extra step before she could get rid of the pass. Minute 6 to play, second quarter. Argos by 15. Tech inbounds in front of the bench. And they bring it into Urich. Urich will walk it into the front court. Maldonado waiting for her. Right-hand side. They want to go down in the corner. They'd love to get something inside the Zard, and there it is. They get the pass inside. She kicks it right back out. Now that's going to be Rooney. Rooney gets inside. It's off, but she travels with it. She travels with it, and the Argos will get the ball with 52 seconds left with an opportunity to do something with it. Kennedy Cartwright will inbounds from the baseline. They bring it inside to Bailey Cartwright, back to Kennedy. Kennedy on the dribble on the right-hand side. She takes it in the middle of the paint. Now they're in the front court. Randish, She's at that three-point line, drops it inside to Bailey Cartwright. Bailey couldn't control it, and the Diggers can and get it in the hands of Urick. 39 seconds as she comes across the half-court line. Dribble at the head of the key. Maldonado on her. She goes over here on the right-hand side, and that's going to be Peoples. Tazard. And shooting the ball is going to be Williams up and in at the free throw line. Nobody picked her up. She's got 8 in the ball game. Cutting the lead to 40-27. Argus with the ball. There's 17 seconds to play. Here in the second quarter, nobody picked up Kennedy Cartwright under the basket. She's got an easy layup. Kennedy stuck behind the defense. Gets it in. 42-27. 8 seconds. Danny's got the ball in the front court. She's at the head of the key. She takes it on the right-hand side. Shots up and good. And she's fouled in the act of shooting. She's going to go to the free throw line. Nice job by Danny Urick. She's got 4 in the ball game. All here in the last minute or so. She's got a chance to make another one. And that's going to be the second foul against Bailey Cartwright. And I'm sure Coach Himmelberg is not too happy. Nobody's like to pick up a second foul on their big girl with 2.4 seconds left to play in the quarter. Danny, she's at the free throw line. She's a good free throw shooter. It's up, it's in. She's got 5. 2.4 seconds to play. Argos by 12, 42-30. Into Parker Esri. She's got a long shot. Goes off the back of the rim. She almost made that, but she did not. So we are at the half. And it's 42-30. The Argos with a 12-point lead. So why don't we go ahead and take a break for about 2 minutes. I'll do some quick math here, check out some scores, and we will be back. This is Glenn Lambert with the call. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte. Welcome back. We are at halftime at the Blue Gothland Center. The visiting Montana Tech Ore Diggers ladies down 30-42. And let's go ahead and do some scoring here for both of these squads. Let's go ahead and start with Montana Tech. Tavia Rooney had 9 points. She led all the scores for them in that half. And behind her, they had 6 points put in by Mesa Williams. 4 points by Nia Falatoy. 3 points by Kaylee Zard, and 3 points by Molly Peoples. On the other hand, the Argos are led by Bailey Cartwright. Parker Esri's got 12. She's got 12 points in the ball game, 11 by Jenna Randish, and then 6 points by Kirsten Pipperton, 2 points by Reed Hazard, and 8 points Kennedy Cartwright, 3 points Emily Maldonado to give them their total of 42. So Tech has been pressing the entire first half. They've only created, I think, 1 turnover out of it. Let's take a look here. The Argos have got, what do they say for turnovers? They got a total of 9 of them, but most of those turnovers weren't against that press. But it's been effective enough. They've kept them in the ball game. And we're going to go ahead and take a break here again. As I'll do some more shuffling of the paper, why don't we take a long break here? We'll be gone for about 4 minutes, and we'll be back with some more stats for you. This is Glenn Limer with the call, KINX 102.7, KBOW 550, Butte. Welcome back, sports fans. University of Providence, Great Falls, Montana. We're in the McLaughlin Center. Argos hosting the Montana Diggers. Girls game now, boys game to follow. Everybody's anticipating both of these games. They were both good games down in Tech, and they're looking for the same here. These girls, when they were in Tech, Argos lady won 74-71. That was back on the 16th of this month. In that game, Bailey Cartwright and her sister Kennedy had 19 and 16 apiece. Jenna Randish 16 and Emily Maldonado to lead the Argos. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mesa Williams had a big game. She had 22 points and Kaylee Zard had 19. The only two in double figures for a pretty even scoring Tech team that day. Danny Urick had 8 points by Nia Falatoy, so good job of spreading the ball out. Argos had a lead in that game second half. The Argos just pounded the boards. They never give up. They're well coached. Carly Sandlin does a really nice job for them, and they come out every night and they play hard. And how they're just 1-7, I'll never know. That just tells you how tough this Frontier Conference is. Of course, you got to remember last year, Montana Western won the national championship, and I think without a doubt we can say that the Frontier Conference ladies is the toughest conference in the country. We sent 5 teams to that national tournament in Billings last year. The 32nd seeded team was the Great Falls Argos. They opened up the tournament and they played the number 1 seed and took them to overtime, and maybe even would have won in overtime, as it was at the tip-off. Parker Esri tipped the ball and went down landed on the foot of the opposing center, and was out for the rest of the game. As it turns out, the rest of the season, as the Argos lost that, and it's one and done when you get down there. But what a great showing it was. If you get a chance to get down to Billings and take in that national tournament, I really recommend you do it. They hold it to the Metra. It's well run. Billings supports it very good. It's a cheap ticket to get in. You can watch basketball for a week, and this is good, high-quality basketball. Game after game, these teams come in from all over, and Billings really goes all out for them. These gals come in. They fly in from somewhere in the United States. They land at Billings. One of the things they do there is they take these girls out and they take them to their elementary schools, and the girls put on a bit of a program, geography, talking to the kids about where they're from. And then, of course, these kids put together a bunch of signs and posters, and then they show up at the gymnasium, and they're cheering for that team, giving them high fives, and it's just absolutely wonderful. A lot of these teams coming into town, of course, the fans don't really travel that much with them. Their parents do. When you're coming from West Virginia, say, to Billings, it's a tough ticket. So they're really appreciative of the fan support that they get from these elementary school kids, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So once again, there's going to be in Billings, and I believe it's the weekend, like the 13th of March, and it's going to be the last time Billings gets it. They're putting some NEI, they're doing some shuffling with the conferences and what level these teams are playing at, and the tournament's going to get taken away from Billings, who's done a wonderful job with it. They get it one more time, and from then on it'll be out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, if you want to go watch the Women's National Championships. So at any rate, we've got about 4 minutes to go before we start the second half. Why don't we go ahead and take a break for about 3 minutes and listen to some of our sponsors, without whom we could not do this. We thank them much for supporting Argo basketball. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550, Butte. Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center. We are at the half. We've got about a minute to go before we tip the ball. I look up at that Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, 42-30. Argos with a 12-point lead. Just to remind folks, when this game's over, we're going to be a little bit of warm-up between games, but this one's going to be followed, of course, by the men's. It's a good matchup there. UP sitting with the 6-2 record in conference, and right behind them is Montana Tech with their 5-3 record. When they played in Butte on the 16th earlier this year, UP won 76-71. So these two teams match up very well. We've got some nice free throw shooting going on in the ball game by both squads, and both of these are really good shooting free throw teams. Looking at their team stats, my goodness, they're over 70%, both of them. And anytime you got a team that can shoot over 70%, that's an excellent number from the free throw line. So we're going to get ready to start the second half now. Of course, you're going to switch ends. If you're looking on a radio dial, Tech will be going from right to left, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Players are on the floor. Referees counting numbers. Blows the whistle. Bench says we're ready. We're ready. Let's play some basketball. Inbounding the ball is going to be Williams, and she gets it right in the hands of Yurick. Yurick now working at the head of the key. Maldonado picks her up there, takes her over on the right-hand side. Still on the dribble. Changes back the head of the key to Williams. Williams going to take it in the paint. Defense being played there by Jenna Randish, but she gets around her and puts the basket up and in, and Mesa Williams starts the scoring out in the second half as they cut the lead to 10. 42-32 on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. Maldonado with the ball. Parker Esri's at the head of the key, trying to set up their offense. Wants to work it on the left-hand side. Good defense being played over there. Instead, she goes to Randish. Randish gets held as she goes into the head of the key, and that's going to be a foul called on Mesa Williams. According to my stats, that's her first. And the Argos will inbounds opposite their bench. Taking the ball in will be Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy's looking inside, and there's nothing there, so she brings it. Oh, she gets inside. Nice faking. They get it inside to Parker Esri, and Parker's got 2 points. She faked like she was going to go long. Instead, they dumped it inside, and Parker gets 2 more points, and here comes Tech. Danny Yerkes at the head of the key, working left-hand side. Maldonado out on her. Down in the corner into the hands of Williams. Williams dribbles that head of the key, working it over to around the perimeter to Zard. Now in the hand of Williams. Williams dribbles it, drops it back off the head of the key. That's going to be Williams now, drops it into Zard in the corner. That shot's no good. Rebound comes off to Kennedy Cartwright, and the Argos want to run. They're into the front court, right-hand side. She has to pick up a dribble. There's Randish at the three-point line to Parker as they bring it around the perimeter of Maldonado. Maldonado gets stripped. Good defense by Danny Yerk. She's got a little one-on-one with Kennedy Cartwright. Brings it inside. Rim no good. Comes off the hands of Parker Esri, who hustled down to get that rebound. To Maldonado. To Kennedy Cartwright in the corner. She's got a three-pointer on the way. It's good. Nice job that time getting the ball down the floor in a hurry. We're the Argos, and they've got 5 points in the second half. They're up 47-32 at the 8:28 mark. Tech with the ball. On the baseline, bringing it down hard is going to be Rooney. She steps back out, shot's no good. Rebound comes off Bailey Cartwright to Maldonado, and the Argos want to run it up in the front court. Maldonado working on the left-hand side. Yerk picks her up there. She has to go to Randish to the head of the key to Bailey Cartwright. Nice pass inside to Parker Esri. Then she kicks it right back out. A three-pointer put up by Kennedy Cartwright. No good. Bailey Cartwright with the rebound. And Tech gets her hands on the ball. And it's going to be coming up the right-hand side is going to be Williams. She takes it inside. Little shoving. Nothing called. She takes up and in for a layup. Mesa Williams, she's got all the scoring in the second half. 4 points for Tech. They're down 34-47 on the Belt Right Back scoreboard. Randish in the corner. Bailey Cartwright skip past the head of the key. Over to her sister, Kennedy. Kennedy on the dribble. She's at the free throw line trying to do a give and go with her sister. They probably did it in their backyard 100 times. Bailey can't control the ball. Knocked out of bounds by Tech. And the coach from... Both the coaches are talking with the referees right now about that call. They said it was going to be Argos ball. And I think they're going to say now that it's Tech ball. Coach Carly Sandlin got up and said, wait a minute, I could see from here that went off of the Argos, and by golly, she was right. 47-34, Tech with the ball. Argos back on defense. Danny Yerkes in the front court, right-hand side. That's going to be Williams. Got a quick whistle, got a foul off ball. Bodies on the floor. I think they got Parker Esri doing a little shoving inside, and they do. That's her second foul. Tech will inbounds underneath their own basket. Danny Yerk going to do the honors. Has to throw a long court pass clear out of the head of the key to Williams. Williams at the free throw line. Shots up. It's no good. Off the front of the rim. She follows her own shot. Can't get her hands on. Instead, Jan Randish does for the Argos. She runs it into the front court. Kennedy Cartwright. She looks at a three-point shot over there, but instead she pulls the ball and gets it to... Well, they try to get it inside to Parker. This time it doesn't work, and they go to Maldonado, right-hand side. There's Pemberton. They're out on her. They know she can shoot. She takes it to the free throw line on the dribble. Back door, beautiful job. She couldn't control the pass. It was Kennedy Cartwright. Back out to Maldonado. Maldonado to Cartwright. She's going to take it inside. Drop step, no good. Shot slowed down in second. They're not going to get it off in time. Good defense played by Tech. As the Argos turn the ball over, they can't get a shot off in time. 47-34, 6:44 to play in the second half. Just the start of the third quarter. Substitutions coming on as Peoples comes on, and going to the bench is going to be Falatoy for Carly Stanley's Tech Diggers. And here they come on offense. Dan Yerrick slowly brings it into the front court. Left-hand dribble, come to the left-hand side. Picked it up there is Pemberton at the head of the key. Two Belt girls playing head-to-head against each other. That's kind of fun. Nice pass inside. Beautiful cut in there. Zard's got a basket. She cuts that lead to 47-36 at the 6:30 mark on the Belt back scoreboard. Maldonado with the ball. Left-hand side. Yerrick picks her up there. Kind of an errant pass. Parker Esri finally corrals the ball. It's Kennedy Cartwright. Left-hand side. There's a nice pick. She's at the free throw line. Somebody forgot to guard Emily Maldonado. Three-pointers up, and it's good. Nice kick out to Emily. She's got 2 3-pointers in the ball game. 50-36 on the Belt back scoreboard. 14-point lead enjoyed by the Argos. Danny Yerk, head of the key, left-hand side. Pemberton picks her up there. Now they're going to get the ball into Peoples. Peoples dribbles it across the key, drops the ball off, shot up over there. That's no good by Williams. Rebound comes off inside, working hard. And getting that rebound is going to be Falatoy. No, excuse me, that's Zard as she gets another basket. Here come the Argos. Pemberton, head of the key, left side, Randish. Got a lot of three-point shooters out there right now. They also got a two-pointer, is going up inside. Parker Esri, she's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line. Parker, she looks like she's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. She's going to get to shoot 2 more. Bailey Cartwright comes in. Kennedy Cartwright goes to the bench for the Argos. And that's going to be the second foul called on Rooney. Parker's first free throw is up, and it's good. Parker, good free throw shooting center. Fouling her is never a good deal. Eyes the basket with the second one. This one's up, and this one's nothing but net as well. 52-38 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Argos with the lead. 5:32 to play. Danny Yerk with the ball, right-hand side. Free throw line. That's going to be Williams. Williams now gets it over in the Yerk. Yerk drives it in the key. Drops the ball off inside. Nice play. Oh, layup missed that time by Zard. She had 11. It was no good. Rebound comes off to the Argos. They want to run with it. Nobody picks up Emily Maldonado. Now they do. They get it to Randish to Maldonado. She's deep in the corner. Trying to get it inside to Bailey Cartwright, and they do. She turns, puts a shot up. She's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line. Nice job by the Argos, spreading the court, spreading the defense, and they drop it inside to Bailey. Bailey going to get to shoot 2 free throws, and that will be the first foul of the ball game called on Molly Peoples. 5:06 to play. Argos by 14. Bailey Cartwright to the free throw line. Bailey is also a good free throw shooter. She's not been to the line yet tonight. In fact, she hasn't even scored. She's one of the leading scorers for the Argos, so it's a good job of the defense. And her first free throw is up and no good. Still yet to score. Substitution at the bench. She didn't get there in time. Bailey's going to get to shoot one more. If she makes the Tech will get that substitute in. Her second free throw is up, and this one's off the back of the rim, and it rattles in. Nice job that time. She got the roll. She gets her first point of the ball game. 53-38, 5:06 to play. Argos with the lead on the Belt Bank scoreboard. Reed Hazard in. Jenna Randish to the bench for Coach Himmelberg. Numbers are right. Let's play some basketball. Yerk with it. She's going to run it into the front court. Defense is waiting for her back in the three-point line. Looking over on the right-hand side, and they get it over there. That's in the hands of Williams. Williams drops it off at the head of the key to Rooney. Rooney this side to Yerk. Nice pass inside. Drops it inside. Nice play. That's Nia Falatoy with another basket. She's got 6 in the ball game. 53-40. Argos by 13. Pemberton in the corner. Oh, looking underneath the basket. Beautiful pass inside. Parker Esri broke free in there. She's got another basket, stretching that lead out to 15. 4:36 to play here in the third quarter. Yerk with the ball for Tech. Left-hand side to Williams. She takes the baseline. Oh, blocked by Bailey Cartwright out of bounds. Nice job by Williams to get open inside there. But Bailey dropped off her person and dropped in there and got a nice swat on that ball. Block shot. And we have a bunch of folks headed to the bench. The whistle blows. And I believe we're going to call a timeout. The referees aren't telling me what's going on, but because everybody's sitting down, I think we're going to take a minute timeout. So why don't we take a minute ourselves? Glenn Lambert with the call. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550, Butte. Welcome back, McLaughlin Center. We've got the Argo's going to take the ball out of bounds. It's a big ball game for both these teams tonight, but they've got big ones tomorrow. Tech keeps their show on the road as they go up to Northern, where their women lost by 2 the last time they played. The men won by 11. And, of course, Lewis and Clark brings their power programs right in here to the McLaughlin Center. Tech with the ball as they're working around the perimeter. With the ball is going to be Crawford. She gets the ball, nice pass inside, layup, good. That's going to be Tavia Rooney. She gets her first basket of the second half. Leading scorer in the first half with 9. Now she's got 11. Argos with the ball, left-hand side. Reed Hazard back to Maldonado as she sets up the offense. Man-to-man defense now being played by Tech. Parker Esri, head of the key, dribbles right-hand side. There's Pemberton. She's out there with a three-point shot. She passes on that, takes it to the free throw line. Bailey Cartwright, she's got a three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound comes off on the far side of the basket to Tech, and they want to run. Passes too long, goes out of bounds, and it will go back over to the Argos. 3:50 to play, third quarter. 13-point lead by the Argos on that Valley Bank scoreboard. Maldonado, they're content to walk it up the floor, and they get it into the front court. Crawford picks her up at the head of the key. Pick set further by Esri Parker. She works over on the right-hand side, has to pick up a dribble. Pemberton, she's at the head of the key, wanting to work on the left-hand side. Pick and roll set up there. Bailey Cartwright, nice defense being played. Ball stolen that time by Rooney. Gets the ball to Crawford, and Tech wants to run. Left-hand side, that's People. She takes it into the paint. Has a bad pass. Bailey Cartwright gets her hands on it, but it's corralled by Tech. They're going to set up the offense at the head of the keys. Rooney, right side to Danny Urich. Back in the corner. That's going to be Rooney. Rooney gets it inside to Falatoy. That's where they're trying to go. Her shot goes up, but is blocked by Bailey Cartwright. That's another block for her. Goes in the hands of Maldonado, and Argos want to run. They get the ball to Hazard. There's Pemberton. Nobody's out on her. Three-pointers on the way. No good. She follows it in the corner, saves it. Inside to Bailey Cartwright. They got themselves a new clock. Around the key. Inside trying to get it to Bailey. Can't do it. Going to be a tie-up situation in there. And I believe that jump ball is going to go to the Argos. They'll inbounds underneath their own basket. Back on the floor. Zard's coming on. And going to the bench is going to be both Williams and Rooney. Pemberton brings inbounds to Parker to Maldonado at the three-point line. Trying to set up a play to the corner. Tech was all over it. Didn't happen. 6 seconds on the clock. Maldonado with the ball. Drops it off to Bailey Cartwright. When they should be shooting it, they're dribbling it. This one they do get off. Maldonado, oh my goodness. She was way out there and that one drained. They're going to have to do a little bit better keeping track of that clock, or these Argos, as Emily Maldonado gets her third three-pointer of the game. Here comes Tech. They're down 58-42. There's a long shot put up by People. She's way out there, and she drains hers. Peoples, that's her second three-pointer of the ball game. She's got 6. Argos are on the run. There's Maldonado. Beautiful pass inside to Parker Esri. She's got a layup. Beautiful little job of getting that ball inside to Parker where she's wide open down there. We roll by the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Tech with the ball. Peoples head of the key. Left-hand side, Urich. Man-to-man defense being played by the Argos. Urich's at the free throw line. She drops it off to Falatoy. She backs Parker Esri inside. Shot's no good. Rebound Maldonado. She's on the run for the Argos. They're already in the front court, working on the left-hand side. Pemberton's standing there waiting for a three if they get it to her. Instead, they take it right-hand side. Reed Hazard. She takes it at the free throw line into the paint. Kicks it out to Maldonado. Maldonado, free throw line. It's up. It's good. Emily Maldonado starting to get her stroke. She's a scorer for these Argos. She's now got 11 points in the ball game, and here comes Tech. 1:26 to play. They're down 62-45. Crawford working over on the right-hand side to Zard. Zard drops it to Peoples. People to Crawford at the head of the key. Zard again now to Falatoy. She's at the head of the key as they're traveling a hard time getting inside against that Argo defense. Peoples now, they got 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, she loses the ball off her lead. Pemberton gets her hands on it, gets it into the hands of Parker Esri, and here comes Bailey Cartwright going down the floor. She gets fouled in the act of shooting, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Bad break for Peoples. She was dribbling the ball, and it went right off her knee, right into the hands of Pemberton. We got a 2-point free throw. That's going to be the first foul on Peoples, by the way. Oh, wait, no, they're going to call that foul on number 40. That's Zard's third instead. That's not good for the Tech or Diggers. Going to the free throw line is going to be Bailey Cartwright. She's got 1 point in the ball game. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She's going to get 2 more. And the first one, it rattles out. Just 1 point for her. Ironically, if she gets 17 more points in this game, she's going to join the 1,000-point Argo Club, and she's one of the leading scorers, and tonight she's got 1. Now she's got 15 to go. 1 minute to play, third quarter. 63-45, Argos. Front court comes Crawford for Tech. She wants to work on the right-hand side. Defense isn't going to let her do it. Now she takes a dribble over on there. They still on her Peoples. She's got another three-pointer on the way. Good. Nice high archer as Molly Peoples gets her third three-pointer of the game, cutting that lead to 63-48, 41 seconds. Reed Hazard with the ball for the Argos. She's at the head of the key. Defense picks her up there. Drops it off into the hands of Harn to Bailey Cartwright. Bailey to Reed Hazard. Takes a baseline. Skip pass. Clear across Jenna Ranich. She's open over in the corner. We got a tie up on the rebound. Referee's got a foul, I believe he's going to call on Bailey Cartwright, and that ball will go over to Tech. Bailey over the back. That's her third foul. 2 team fouls on the Argos, 4 team fouls on the Diggers. 21.2 seconds to play. Diggers will probably play for the last shot. They're down 15. Crawford. Quickly into the front court. Defense picks her up there. She wants to work on the left-hand side. She's at the head of the key, still on the dribble. 11 seconds on the clock. Now she goes right. Defense picks her up, cuts her off the dribble. Danny Yerk, she's inside, layup, no good. Rebound comes off to Harn. Pemberton, she's going to put up one from the half-court line. Ooh, goes off the backboard, no good. In fact, it goes up over the backboard and still sitting up there under the shot clock. I'm not sure how they're going to get that out of there. Not my problem. Let's go ahead and take a break. We're at the end of the third quarter, 63-48. Argos with the lead on the Beltway Bank scoreboard. We'll be back. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte. Welcome back, basketball fans. We've got 1 quarter to play here in this ladies' game at the University of Providence McLaughlin Center. Argos up 63-48, 10 minutes to play. Tech's got the ball. They're going to take it out opposite the bench, of course. Bringing the ball inbounds for them back on the floor is going to be Mesa Williams. She takes it into Danny Yerk, and we are off. Clock's ticking against Tech. They're going to battle the Argos and the clock now in this fourth quarter. Danny Yerk on the dribble. She wants to work on the right-hand side. She wants to get it over to Rooney, but she can't do that. The defense is all on her. Now they got some picking and roll inside. The head of the key is going to be Williams. Left-hand dribble, left-hand side. Shot's up, shot's good, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Just what Tech needed to get back in this thing. Start things off with a three-point play if they can. Jenna Randy, she just picked up her second foul of the ball game. And it's going to send Mesa Williams to the free throw line. She has got 12 points in the ball game, and she'd like to make it 13. Couple dribbles, eyes that basketball's on the way. She's a good free throw shooter. Up and in. 63-51. They cut the lead to 12 on the Beltway Bank scoreboard, and they're going to press the Argos. Maldonado going against Danny Yerk. Working on the right-hand side. Skip pass all over the top of everybody to Parker Esri. They got the ball in the front court. Now they're going to slow down and set up their offense. Maldonado at the head of the key. Looks like a zone defense now being played by Tech. Ball's outside in the hands of Kennedy Cartwright. To Maldonado. Nobody's on her. Now Danny gets out there. Good defense on that three-point perimeter by Tech. 1 second. Shots on the way. Kennedy Cartwright. Once again, a three-pointer right at the buzzer. They're so fortunate to get those shots off. And they do. Stretching that lead, 66-51. With the ball, it's going to be Tech. Williams working on the right-hand side. Drops the ball off to Yerk. She takes it in the paint. Oh, too many dribbles. Goes off the hole. It was stolen by Kennedy Cartwright. Gets it stolen right back. That time goes in the hands of Rooney. She's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line. I think the ball got kicked twice there. Of course, they were none even intentional, so the refs don't call it. It looked like a ping pong game going on there for a second. Bottom line is Rooney goes to the free throw line to shoot 2, and Parker Esri picks up her 3rd foul. Coach Himmelberg doesn't like to see Parker on the bench. Big part of their offense. Meanwhile, at the free throw line, free throws up. Free throw's good. She's going to get another one. That's Rooney. Her 3rd point in the second half. And she makes the 2nd free throw as well. 66-53 on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. Bailey Cartwright in the corner. Pressing by Tech to Kennedy Cartwright. Gets the ball to Randish, and Randish brings it into the front court. Tech breaks back down into their defense. Oh, they get Parker Esri underneath the basket. She kicks it out when the defense collapses on her. Maldonado, she's got a shot off the rim, no good. Rebound comes out to Tech. On the run comes Zard. Zard into the front court, wants to work on the right-hand side. Into the hands of Williams. Williams backs herself inside, puts a shot up. Shot's good. She's going to go to the free throw line. Tech, as usual, they don't give up. Here they are, second half. They're pounding those boards, getting their hands on the ball. That's Williams. She's got going to the free throw line again. She's got 5 points here in the 4th quarter already, trying to make it 6. 11-point Argo lead, 8:28 to play, 66-55. Free throws up, free throws good. Mesa Williams, 6 points now here in just the 4th quarter. Full court pressure, 66-56. They've got the lead at 10. Maldonado on the dribble. She brings the ball. They're going to try to trap her there on the left-hand side. They can't get her done. She's into the front court. A little too much defense by Peoples, and she picks up a foul. Bodied her up as she came across the half-court line. Ref standing right there. That is the 2nd foul on Peoples. As Falatoy comes back on, and Zard goes to the bench for Coach Salmon. Oh, they get the inbounds pass to Parker Esri. She's underneath the basket. Good defense by Falatoy to get her hands. She blocks that shot. Comes off in the hands of Tech. Peoples, she's in the front court. She's looking at that 3-point shot. She's been hot out there. This one's no good. Parker Esri with a rebound for the Argos to Maldonado. Maldonado front court. Kennedy Cartwright. Parker Esri head of the key. Right-hand side Pimperton. Defense is out on her. Trying to force her baseline. Instead she goes left-hand side to the head of the key. Maldonado. 16 seconds on the clock. Maldonado on the dribble. Setting up that offense. Himmelberg calling out a play. 10 on the clock. Maldonado going to work the right-hand side. Kicks it out far side. 4 seconds. Kennedy Cartwright gets inside, gets up, hammered as she goes up for a free throw. She's going to go to the free throw line. That shot they got off with 2 seconds. Argos are playing that clock right down to the very end, every possession. And that is going to be the 2nd foul of the game on Mesa Williams. Going to the free throw line is going to be Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy has not been there yet tonight by my scoring. And her first free throw is up, and it rattles out. It was almost all the way down and managed to work its way back out. 10-point lead enjoyed by the Argos on that Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. Just 7:40 to play here in the 4th quarter. Second free throw's up. That one's good. What was a 15-point lead is now 11. And here comes the Orediggers. Danny Urick into the front court. Left-hand dribble, right-hand side, takes it into the paint. Defense picks her up there. She drops the ball off into the hands of Williams. Williams head of the key over to Urick on the right-hand side. She wants to take a shot at the free throw line extended. Up and good. Danny Urick. That's her first basket of the second half. She cuts that lead. Just 9 points now, 7:17 to play on the Bell Valley Bank scoreboard. Maldonado, she's working the ball over on the left-hand side. Parker Esri tries to set a pick. She gets around it. A little pick and roll, doesn't get the roll. Now they got it. Parker, she's trying to set up inside. Maldonado at the head of the key. Shot clock to 12. Game clock rolls under 7 minutes. Once again, doing the pick and roll. 6 seconds on the clock. Maldonado gets trapped inside. We're going to have a jump ball situation. Possession arrow favors the Argos. Tech's defense has been outstanding this quarter. Argos are just barely getting shots off at the... I know they want to run the clock down and use it, but nobody wants to run it down to 1 or 2 seconds each and every possession. They bring it in 3 seconds. Maldonado doesn't know it. She gets a shot. It's blocked. We're going to have a Danny Urick with the block and gets the ball in the hands of Peoples. Here she's on the run. Takes the ball inside. Defense is waiting for her there. And we have a foul. A reach is going against the Argos, and Tech will inbounds under their own basket. And that's going to be the foul, third foul on Kirsten Pimperton. And Danny Urick will inbounds underneath Orediggers basket, 6:43 to play. All they can find is the deep pass over the top to Rooney. Rooney working on the right-hand side. Peoples now got it. She's at that 3-point line. The defense is out on her. They know she can shoot it. Skip pass to Urick. Deep in the corner, that's Williams. And a little handsy by Pimperton trying to guard her. And going to the, now they won't go to the free throw line. She's going to say she was on the ground. And Tech will get the ball into their own basket. 4 fouls now on Pipperton. And she's going to have to go to the bench as Jenna Randish comes on for Coach Himmelberg. 6:32 to play. They are going to say it was a 2-point shot. So going to the free throw line is going to be Mesa Williams. She's 2 for 2 from the game there. Both of those here in the fourth quarter. Now she's 2 for 3. That first one looked like it was in, but it rattled out. She's got one more coming. 9-point lead now. They've cut that 15-point lead to 9. 6:32 to play. Second free throw's on the way, and it is good. Talk to Coach Himmelberg. He says one of his problems is finishing games. We'll find out if they've addressed that issue. They throw it out to Parker Isray. They go over the top of that full court defense. Parker brings it into the front court. Dribbles it over to the left-hand side. Drops it off to Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy to her sister. Once again, hand getting in there. Good defense being played by Rooney to Maldonado. She's at the head of the key. Left-hand side gets knocked out of bounds. Once again, that's Tavia Rooney playing the passing lanes. Shot clock's down to 13, and the Argos will inbounds under their own basket. And they're going to send Rooney to the bench as Falatoy comes on. Argos throw it inside to Parker. Parker looks, takes it in the paint, right-hand side, goes to the left hand, layup, good. Nice job by Parker Esri. She gets her first basket of the fourth quarter. 69-59, Argos by 10. 6 minutes to play on that clock. And Danny Urick with the dribble. She drops the ball off the head of the key to Zard. Zard now to People's free throw line on the dribble. And now we got a 2-point shot. She dropped it to Zard. Zard's got it. Kaylee Zard, her first basket of the fourth quarter. Cuts the lead 69-61. They got it down to 8. They've cut it in half at the 5:42 mark. Emily Maldonado with the ball. Trapped there, but she gets it off to Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy's in the front court. Left-hand side to Bailey Cartwright. Back to Kennedy as they're going to set up their offense. Maldonado, head of the key. Danny Urick guarding her. Zone defense being played by Tech. Bailey Cartwright, Kennedy Cartwright as they wing it around the perimeter. Trying to find inside, they do, and that's inside to Parker Esri. Her shot's up and in, very patient. Getting Parker wide open down there, left-hand side. She brings the lead back to 10 on the Bellwether Bank scoreboard. 5:11 to play, 71-61 Argos. Bringing the balls, Danny Urick. She gets broken inside. Oh, she lost control of the ball on the baseline. She'd had a layup if she could have gathered that thing. Instead, Emily Maldonado comes out of there with it. Radnish, front court. Bailey Cartwright, she's got a three-pointer on the way. It's off the rim, no good. Oh, look who's in there for the rebound. That's going to be Parker Esri. It's up, gets in, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Parker Esri, she's owning those boards, getting open inside and doing a great job of finishing tonight. 40, that's going to be the third foul on Falatoy. And they are going to take a break and go to the benches for a timeout. It looks like a full minute timeout. There's 4:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Argos up 73-61. We'll be back in 1 minute. KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte.
Benefis Health System.
We are back, and Parker Esri's second free throw's good. We're back. Parker's free throw, no good. Tech gets a rebound. They bring the ball down the floor. We got a hands-on defense called against the Argos. It will be the fifth team foul on the Argos, and that's going to send Tech to the free throw line. That's going to be the second foul of the ball game called on Reed Hazard to the free throw line. Going to be number 32, and that's Mesa Williams. You don't want to send her to the free throw line. They do, and she makes it. Perfect from the free throw line is she this ball game. Cuts the lead 73-62. Last person on that Butte team I want to foul. She makes the second one as well. Full court pressure by Tech. Argos try to get the ball in bounds, struggle to do so. They finally do to Maldonado. She's trapped. She gets the ball back in the hands of Reed Hazard. Reed on the dribble. They're trying to trap her. Now Danny Urick playing hard down the defense. They're in the front court. Reed Hazard working on the right-hand side. 18 seconds on the shot clock, which has been a factor almost every possession for the Argos here in the second half. Still Reed on the dribble. There's Maldonado. She's at the head of the three. Three-pointer on the way. Gets nothing, but we got some shoving inside. And it looks like that foul is going to go against Tech. That's only going to be their fourth team foul, not a shooting situation. And that is going to be the fourth foul on Nia Falatoy, however. They can ill afford to lose her. Argos inbounds under their own basket. Working over on the left-hand side to Parker Isri. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Bring it out top to Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy wants to dribble over on the right-hand side. Good defense being played on her. They tried to throw the ball inside Ezra, into Parker Isri. But instead, though, all the ball, from my view, was tapped by Zard. But the referee didn't see it. And they're going to give the ball over to Tech. Substitutions, Brittany White's on for Coach Himmelberg. Bailey Cartwright back on the floor. Parker Isri, Maldonado, Kennedy Cartwright. Parker's going to go to the bench. Tech now down 10, 4:12 to play. Bring it in the front court. Crawford wants to work on the right-hand side. That's Danny Urick. She's going to take the ball into the paint. Defense picks her up there. She has to pick up her dribble, drops it inside to Falatoy. Falatoy spin move. Can't control it. Has to drop the ball off in the hands of Rooney. Rooney, they pick her up. Back to Falatoy. Shots up. Shots good. Nice baseline move to cut that lead to 8 points. 73-65 on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Maldonado into the front court. 3:45 to play. She's on the dribble. Defense has got her there at the head of the key. She wants to work the right-hand side, hands it off to Kennedy Cartwright. Into Brittany White, left-hand side, Jenna Randy. Out there, not going to give her the three-point shot. They're trying to get it inside to Bailey Cartwright. She sets the pick. There's Randish deep in the corner. That's White, and she travels with it as she tries to take it inside. 3:27 mark, and the Argos turn it back over to Tech. They can cut that lead to 6, get it down to 2 possession, or better if they can make a 2 or 3-pointer here. 3:26 to play, clock's ticking. Crawford into the front court, working on the right head of the key. Setting picks for her there, left and right. She chooses left. Instead, she drops off the ball to Williams. Williams takes it on the right-hand side. Layup's no good. Rebound comes out to Bailey Cartwright. To Maldonado, and the Argos are going to hustle it into the front court. And they're going to hold it up a little bit. Maldonado dribbling at the head of the key as the clock rolls by the 3-minute mark. She's on the right-hand side. Gets it inside to Bailey Cartwright. Bailey looking. Gets a spin move inside. Layup's up. It's good. Nice job by Bailey Cartwright as she gets her first basket of the ball game. She's got 2 free throws to go with it. Hustling down is Danny Urick. Her shot's blocked, but she controls it. Gets the ball over to Crawford. Crawford looking inside. She's at the free throw line. She hands the ball off to Williams. Williams wants to work the left. There at the head of the key is going to be Rooney. Rooney gets it inside. Spin move, no good. Rebound comes off to Kennedy Cartwright to Maldonado. Argos have the ball in a 10-point lead at the 2:30 mark. Maldonado, there's Danny picks her up in the corner. Maldonado takes it in the paint. That's kind of a wild shot. It's no good. Comes off the rebound. Comes off in the hands of Crawford. And Tech wants to run with it. They're into the front court. Crawford over on the left-hand side. They drop the ball off to Williams. Williams shot's no good. White with the rebound for the Argos. Quickly to Maldonado. They're going to try to trap her in the corner. Can't get it done. White gets the ball. She's into the front court. Working on the left-hand side with a left-hand dribble. She's going to pull it up and hand it off to Maldonado as the clock rolls under 2 minutes with a 10-point lead being enjoyed by the Argos. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They'll wait till 10 to set up their offense. Maldonado still with the dribble, being guarded closely there by Rooney. Now she's on the left. Oh, they're going to leave her open. That 3-point shot. She doesn't take it. Instead, she gives it to Kennedy Cartwright. They try to throw it inside. They got 1 second to get rid of it. They don't do it. Once again, the shot clock gets the Argos. Tech with that excellent defense. Argos are waiting to take a shot close to the end of the time frame. They want to use as much clock as they want, but that's at least 3-4 times today. They've been burned by holding on to it for 1 dribble too many. 1:44 to play on the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. 75-65. Argos with the lead. Tech with the ball. Danny Yerks into the front court. Gives it to Peoples. Peoples going to do a little weave at the head of the key, and that's going to be Williams. She's looking at that 3-point shot. Doesn't take it. Instead, the left-hand side to Rooney. Rooney will take it. Into the paint. Inside. Layups up. It's good. And she's fouled. Bailey Cartwright got caught flat-footed. And that's going to be 2 more points for Tavia Rooney. Excuse me. The long ponytails, I have a hard time seeing some of these girls' numbers as to who's who. It is Rooney, and her free throw is good as well. Now they're down to 7 points, 75-68, 1:26 to play. Argos with the ball as they bring it into the front court. That's Maldonado. Danny Yerkes at the head of the key to Parker Esri. She turns, faces the basket. Right-hand side, Randish. Good defense being played on her. Give and go to Parker Esri. She's got a layup up. It's no good, but she's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the free throw line with 1:11 to play here in the fourth quarter, where she'll be shooting 2. Parker Esri. Parker's missed 1 free throw today. She's a good free throw shooter for Coach Himmelberg. And that's going to be the second foul on Danny Yerkes. First free throw's on the way. It's good. Parker's got 1 more coming. 1:11 to play, 76-68. Let's make that 77. Danny with the ball. Yerkes on the run to get it in the front court. There's just a rolling just about by a minute right now to play. Danny's got the ball at the free throw line. Defense picks her up there. Cross step inside. Ball's off the back of the rim. Good. Nice job by Danny. That was a big basket. Quick with the timeout is going to be Tech. Stop that clock. They're going to go to the bench and talk about some things here. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So why don't we... No, now they're going to make it a full timeout. Must be media timeout. We're going to take a full minute at any rate. We'll be back. There's 58 seconds to play in this basketball game. Argos are up by 7. This is KINX 102.7, KBOW Butte, 550.
Benefis Health System now choices because when you don't have to miss out on much of the night. Moments that are numerous sport. Benefis, we're the team that cares about you. Why we care for you. Because we're not just healthcare specialists. We're your neighbors and friends. We want to get you back to doing what you love. With the people you love. The tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
North Central Montana's home for more news, more information, more often.
Well, we are back at the basketball game. Emily Maldonado got fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line. Her first free throw's up. Her first free throw is in. Emily Maldonado, good free throw shooter for Coach Himmelberg. She gets her first point of the fourth quarter. She's going to eye the free throw on the second one. And this one is up, and this one is good as well. 79-70. Argos by 9. 55 seconds to play. Danny Yerkes on the run. She's into the front court. Peoples now with the ball. She's at the three-point line looking for that shot. Not going to get it. Instead, we've got a foul on Kennedy Cartwright, and that's going to be Mesa Williams to the free throw line. Mesa's perfect from the line this game. 2 number 4s coming on the floor. Jenna Randish for the Argos and Haley Crawford for Tech. There's 47 seconds left to play at the free throw line. Is going to be Mesa Williams as Kennedy Cartwright picks up her second foul of the ball game. First free throw's up and good. This young lady doesn't miss. There's no quit in these gals from Butte. I'll give them that. Good basketball team. 79-71. She'd like to make it down to 72, and she off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Kennedy Cartwright, and she's going to pull up her dribble and slow things up, get the ball to Maldonado, but she gets fouled before she gets rid of it. Reaching in there to pick up a foul and stop that clock is Mesa Williams. I think Mesa, that's going to be like her third foul of the ball game. And it is. It is the team's fifth foul, which is going to send Kennedy Cartwright to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. Kennedy's 1 for 2 from the free throw line in this ball game. She'll need to make the first to get the second. First free throw's on the way. It's good. Pressure free throw. Belt Valley Bank scoreboard now reading 80-71. Argos by 9. 42 seconds left to play. Kennedy's got one more coming. Takes a couple dribbles, eyes that basket. This one's on the way. This one's good as well. Big free throws for the Argos there. Stretches the lead back out to 10 points. Danny Urick, she's in a hurry to get in the front court. Working on the left-hand side. Maldonado's all over her. She's still on the dribble, working on the right-hand side to Peoples. Peoples looks at the three-point shot instead. Left-hand shot. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound comes off to Maldonado. Maldonado on the dribble, 26 second, as she gets fouled in front of the Ordigger bench. And that will send Emily to the free throw line once again to shoot bonus. 81-71 on that Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. 26 seconds left to play in the ball game. Emily Maldonado to the free throw line. Third foul of the ball game called on Rooney. These Tech girls don't quit. They were down 15 coming into this quarter. They gave it all they've got. It looks like they could just come up just a little bit short, especially if you keep following Emily Maldonado. She can make those free throws. She's 3 for 3 in the ball game. She's got one more coming. Eyes the basket. Second shot's on the way. This one good as well. And we got a quick timeout by Tech as they're going to go over to the bench and talk about some things here. See if they can't come up with 12 points in 26 seconds. Coach is saying who's go. They're going to call that timeout for Providence. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout. So why don't we just not even go away? We'll just stick around here because we're going to be right back to play. Like I say, after this games tonight, both of these Tech teams are going to go up to Northern and play those two tough Northern teams. There's no let up in this conference, girls side, boys side. You go on the road and go into these other homes, it's hard to come out with a win. Looks like the Argos might pick up one here today, which will extend them to 4-5 in conference. This is going to drop Tech to 1-8 in the conference. Probably the best 1-8 team in the country. My goodness, these girls are talented. They just aren't winning these ball games because the talent in the front here is so good. 26 seconds. Tech's got the ball right down in front of me. Opposite the bench to throw the ball inside is going to be Williams. She gets the ball to Urick. Urick quickly to Peoples. Setting up a play inside down in the corner. They get the ball into Williams. She takes it inside. Left-hand shot. No good. It goes on the other side. Zard. Her shot's no good. Parker Esri gets it into Pemberton. Pemberton brings to the front court. Foul quickly by Peoples. There's 12.3 seconds left to play. And going to the free throw line is going to be Kirsten Pemberton as Peoples picks up her third foul of the ball game. 12.3 seconds on that Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. Pemberton to the line. Kirsten got some three-pointers in the ball game. Her first time at the free throw line. Been watching her shoot them her whole life. She makes that one too. She's got one more coming. Kirsten shot's on the way. It's up. It's good. 85-71. 14-point lead by the Argos. And they just go back on defense. They're probably just going to let Danny shoot this thing. Danny's dribbling around trying to find an open shot. Instead, she travels with it. 3.6 seconds left. Turns the ball over to the Argos, and we are going to see a University of Providence victory here tonight. Coming on the floor, Ellie Teskey going to the bench to a nice hand is Parker Esri. Parker played a heck of a game tonight, owning the boards, and Tech backs off. They're just going to let them dribble it out, and we are at the end of the ball game. Congratulations to the University of Providence Lady Argos as they win 85-71 up there on that Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. So why don't we go ahead and take a break for a couple minutes as we do some math here and figure out who scored what, and we will be back with a wrap-up and get ready for the start of the boys' game. Glenn Leimer with the call. This is KINX 102.7, KBOW 550 Butte. Nice job, Parker.
We did it!
Yeah, you did. We're on an ad break right now, so just have a chair. I'm going to turn this on so it's a live mic, so be careful what you say.
Hold it out here?
Yeah, just hold off.